Beyonce and surprises are like peanut butter and jelly. They're inseparable and taste delicious. She constantly keeps us on our toes and drops bombs that shatter records. So to honor all the times B caught us off guard, we're bringing you 9 of the biggest Beyonce surprises of all time right here on Listed. Not too long ago, in a time before streaming, Beyonce shook the internet and literally crashed iTunes when she released her self-titled album Beyonce with zero promotion or warning.
Don't forget it, don't forget it. Respect that. Bow down.
Bringing us hits like Flawless, Drunk in Love, and Partition, the album was presented in a way the music industry had never seen before and changed the game for album releases and promotion forever. It debuted at #1 on the Billboard 100 and became the fastest selling album in iTunes history. And while that album's release left us weeping, her pregnancy announcement at the 2011 VMAs left us in a puddle of emotions. Beyonce gave a show-stopping performance of Love on Top in a purple sequin blazer as Jay-Z and Kanye watched on in the front row. And just when you thought you couldn't get any happier from watching that performance, she dropped the mic, literally unbuttoned her blazer, revealing her growing baby bump, smiled at the camera, and rubbed her baby blue to be. The heir to the throne had been announced, and I cried as if I knew her personally. Tack that on to that smile on Jay's face, and I lost it. Fast forward years later to when the world was preparing for Beyonce to take the Super Bowl stage for the second time. Our edges were intact, all was well. Then she dropped the Formation video on us, and the balding began. Unapologetically political, dangerously high levels of slayage, and killer choreography, Formation left us shook. But like the mastermind she is, it was all part of her plan because Formation ended up being her performance song at the Super Bowl. People had already memorized and knew the words, and that, ladies and gentlemen, is what I call a boss. But just when you thought your heart had been through it all between the Formation video and the Super Bowl performance, B shocked us yet again when the Formation World Tour was announced during its very own Super Bowl commercial, and I reacted calmly.
No!
Speaking of Super Bowls, Beyonce has slayed the halftime show not once, but twice, and the first time brought us the Destiny's Child reunion that we all needed. Kelly, Michelle, and Beyonce reunited once again as Charlie's Angels and literally knocked the power out of the stadium. This next surprise was different from the surprises B had hit us with in the past. Lemonade was announced as an HBO special, and that's all we knew. We had an inkling that it had something to do with Formation, but it turned out to be so much more than that. A visual masterpiece that became the ultimate women empowerment and homage to Black culture, not only provided us with yet another great album, but a seemingly tell-all story about Jay-Z's infidelity. Naturally, the internet freaked out and the Beehive sharpened their pitchforks for Mr. Carter, but it turns out that Lemonade wasn't necessarily directed at Jay-Z, but rather a relatable album for women who have gone through similar experiences. So, did Jay-Z cheat? The world may never know, but all I'm saying is that Solange didn't beat his ass in that elevator for no reason. Speaking of Jay, the On the Run tour was yet another surprise, seeing as though its announcement came shortly after Beyonce had just completed her Mrs. Carter tour. Just as we were collecting the remnants of our edges after being enslaved by her previous tour, the On the Run tour was announced, and billboards revealing a masked Bonnie and Clyde popped up everywhere as a sign that our wallets were about to be broken once again. Fast forward to the era of Lemonade. It was hours before the 2016 BET Awards, and news broke that there was talk that B would be taking the stage to open the show. It had been years since Beyonce had made an appearance at the show, so news of her presence sent the media and attendees in a frenzy. Then, sure enough, her dancers arrived on the red carpet literally in formation, and the rumor was confirmed.
May the last one burn into flame.
In the the wake of a year filled with political unrest and police brutality, B took the stage at the BET Awards to perform her socially woke anthem, Freedom, with Kendrick Lamar. The performance was extremely powerful and undoubtedly created a feel of solidarity. Last but not least, Beyonce made quite the wave at the 2016 CMA Awards when she stole the show performing her country hit, Daddy Lessons, alongside the Dixie Chicks.
That's when Daddy looked at me with his gun, with his head held high. He told me not to cry. Oh, my daddy said shoot.
When Lemonade was first released, people joked that Daddy Lessons would shake the country music world.
Hi, I'm Kelly Pickler, and the CMA Award for Best Female Vocalist goes to Beyonce.
But when it became a reality, not everyone was thrilled. Some members of the CMA demographic were very vocal about their frustrations with Beyonce attempting to quote-unquote take over the country genre from them, and the CMA website ended up removing the performance from their website. But in the end, Beyonce's performance spiked the show's ratings and left B with having the last laugh. Those were 9 of Beyonce's biggest surprises, and I can't wait to see what she springs on us next. Let me know in the comment section below which of these surprises was your favorite, then click right on over here for a list of 10 times celebs surprise their biggest fans. Thanks for watching Clevver News. I'm your host, Drew Dorsey, and I'll see you next time.